Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. This is Snapshot 25W10A for Minecraft 1.21.5. And this one, my friends, feels like a much smaller snapshot than usual. And the inclusion of a new menu panorama means we might be getting close to the first game drop of the year. And if we pay attention to that terminology, it means that we're going to get more game drops instead of one big update. But let's have a look at the menu panorama here, which I've sped up. As always, it's a screenshot from inside the world, and clearly they've picked a location where they want to show off the new farmland animal variants, and also features like the leaf litter, the dry glass, and the cactus flower. It's always nice to get a new panorama with each update, or game drop, I guess. But before we check out what else has changed in this snapshot, we should talk about Snapshot 25W10A. B could stand for bug fixes because that's what this snapshot was about. They were simply addressing frequently occurring issues that made the previous snapshot unplayable for some players. In other words, these bug fixes are not gameplay tweaks and changes. And tweaks and changes is very much what this snapshot is about, which is one of the reasons I believe the next game drop is right around the corner. But I have a question for you. What do you think the name of this drop is going to be? I've heard the name the Spring Drop going around, but I don't know if that's going to be its official name or not. And talking of the update being right around the corner, I've finished making this video, and then I've noticed that the Minecraft channel has released something really interesting. This, my friends, is the announcement trailer for Minecraft Live 2025, which is going to take place March the 22nd at 1 PM ET. And in this, they're probably going to talk about the current game drop, maybe reveal a new one as well. And if you're not aware of the status of Minecraft Live, there's now going to be 2 of these events each year. So on March the 22nd, I'm going to be covering this on my channel, and we're going to learn about all sorts to do with Minecraft's future development. Anyways, let's begin with the new game rule that's been added. This is TNT explodes, and by default, it's actually set to true. What we're going to do is set it to false. And it says here on the website, when set to false, TNT will not explode, but also cannot be primed. The website also says that this game rule was previously found in the Bedrock edition of the game, so it seems like another parity change. All right, I got my TNT, I got my flint and steel. Let's blow stuff up. Or not, because TNT explosions are disabled. Now, this is interesting. It sets fire to whatever's around it, and the TNT is gone. What happens if the TNT is just like floating on its own? Then it puts the fire on the block and it disappears. Another way to prime TNT is of course with redstone. It makes the TNT just disappear. That's really strange. I think they might have not thought this one through. I'm assuming the same thing's going to happen if we activate it with a button. Yeah, it just disappears. I kind of feel like it should just not do anything as opposed to disappearing. I reckon we might see that one change in next week's snapshot. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, then you'll definitely catch my snapshot coverage next week, which may include that change or not. Depends on Mojang, right? Look at this. We can still blow up creepers like they're TNT, though. All right, next up, let's talk texture changes. The 4 variations of the test block and its counterpart, the test instant block, have had their textures updated. I've got to say, these are a lot more appealing. If we simply compare them to what they used to look like, this very much gives off that kind of developer art vibe, and the new textures feel a lot more like the modern direction we're going in. And that makes me wonder, what if we switch to programmer art? Will they be preserved? Look, no, they're not preserved. I have a feeling that might be something that gets added to the programmer art pack. And if you've never seen this before, well, it's got all the textures from old Minecraft, because it was probably a few years ago now, they did a big texture overhaul to the entire game. My goodness me, was it really 7 years ago? It was, however, this thing was finished and released in 2019. My oh my, how the years get by. This wiki page is actually pretty awesome. I'm going to link it down below just in case you're curious. You can come here and look at all the old and new textures side by side. Okay, let's head to the desert to check out one of the newest textures, the cactus flower. The texture itself hasn't changed, but you're now able to place it on top of farmland. And also, if you are to place it on top of walls, it's going to change the wall so it's got a post below it to support the cactus flower. And previously, Endermen were unable to pick up cactus flowers. And this is rather peculiar, but I can't use a command to summon one that's holding a cactus flower just to show you. I'm not sure why that is, but here in the Enderman holdable block tag list, you can see cactus flower was added. There was a time, a long time ago, where I'd do extensive tests to find out what blocks Enderman could pick up or not. Now these days, all you have to do is read the tag list to find out. And speaking of tag lists, a new one's been added for flowers. This includes all of the different types of flowers, but also the small flowers which were already in a tag list together. There were edits to other block tag lists as well, however there's no need for alarm here. First of all of the leaves that were listed in the hoe have now been reduced to the leaves tag list. In the axe tag list you'll see lots of different blocks here like carrots, brown mushroom, beetroots, and these all appear again in sword efficiency. These are all items that can just be instantly broken with either of these tools or without, so I think the idea is just to remove them from the list, because they instant break anyway. Okay, next up, the sheep's wool texture has been tweaked to remove a stark outline at the back. I've got a feeling this is something where we're going to look at the previous snapshot to find out what it was. Oh, I can see it now. Look, it's just right here at the back. So it's not related to them being sheared. And switching back to today's snapshot, you can see that outline at the back has disappeared. All right, do you notice anything different about these dry grasses? You'll probably notice once I start to put them side by side that their position is now randomized on the block, so it's not always in the center. There are also some subtle changes to leaf litter, which can no longer be placed on top of a block that has a central support point, like these blocks. They could previously be put on top of here. And another change involving placing a block. When right-clicking on the leaf litter, you would normally put the block above it, but now what it will do is it will simply replace the leaf litter. All right, now it's time for the bug fixes, starting with an enchanted trident, which has an enchantment glint, which actually got lost some time ago. So there is this glint strength override here. You can actually see it changing on the trident in the background. When they first added it, it just caused the tridents to no longer maintain their glint. So if you've got an enchanted trident, it will look nice and shiny. All right, there was also a discrepancy between baby cows in Bedrock Edition and Java. This is Bedrock. This one right here is Java. Now this has been tagged as fixed. So what we have to do is determine which way around it's been fixed to. That looks to me like the Bedrock Edition. Yeah. Also, look, the horns changed as well. They now point upwards instead of straight forward. And yeah, the head is in that more upright position like Bedrock, which is this image. So there you go, a subtle little change to the baby cow mob. And in other news, a Minecraft movie tab has been added to the game's launcher. When you go over here, you can see a stunning screenshot of what I assume is from the actual movie itself. This looks really quite amazing. And there's obviously a link to watch the trailer. And that trailer, I believe, is the final one before the movie comes out in April. They are also hyping the movie up with some movie-themed DLC that's available on the Bedrock Marketplace. And that leads us to a final bit of news regarding Bedrock. It does look like Mojang are working on a party system. There was also a new disconnect screen added to the game too. I will go ahead and assume that the party system allows you to move between worlds or servers and stay together as a group. However, it seems the party size is limited to 15 players. And that always works nicely when you need even teams, right? You would need those for playing a game like Tunnel Rats. Oh, what an amazing link. This, by the way, another Tunnel Rats video on the channel. A couple of really interesting games that we played. If you want to watch some more of it, go check it out after this video. But that's going to be it from me this one, so be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel to catch future Snapshot videos, and I'll see you soon in another one. Take care, bye-bye.